traffic, updated every 10 minutes on Channel 11 Morning News.
Now, Channel 11 News starts with severe weather Team 11 coverage.
Good afternoon, everyone. Temperatures nearing 90 degrees today, and this time tomorrow even hotter. An excessive heat watch will go into effect. Meteorologist Danielle Dozier tracking this heat wave for us in Severe Weather Center 11. Danielle, my goodness.
I know. We're going to be sweating for sure.
We are.
This excessive heat watch you're talking about, it's been years since we've seen one of these issued, and the excessive heat warning, which we may actually be upgraded to, the last time we had one of those was 7 years ago, if you can believe that. So this is really some extreme heat that is building in. Peggy, we're taking a look right now at visible satellite. If you were out and about this morning, you most likely dealt with that fog. It was pretty thick in spots, and we're finally starting to see that lift. So everywhere where you're seeing some clouds and some white color, that's where we're still hanging on to a little bit of that fog, and then some breaks in the clouds starting to appear. Temperatures are in the upper 70s right now, but they will be soaring into the upper 80s as we break up this cloud cover throughout the day. Also, the humidity, it's still really high. Our dew points, which is a measure of the amount of moisture in the atmosphere, are in the 70s right now. So we're going to hang on to this high humidity for the rest of the day today. It makes it feel like the upper 70s right now. But again, these heat index values will be pushing 90 degrees this afternoon because these temperatures will be climbing as the afternoon wears on. So if you're heading to the pool, even though we don't have a whole lot of sunshine right now, that sun will continue to break out throughout the day. Temperatures will soar. You'll still need the sunscreen. You'll still need to drink plenty of water when you're out and about as the high temperature climbs to about 87 degrees. There will be some spotty rain in the forecast over the next couple of days. I want to show you that on storm tracker maps coming up in just minutes. Peggy?
Emergency officials are warning people find a place to stay cool. A news conference just wrapped up. Channel 11's Gabriella DeLuca joins us live downtown. Gabriella?
Peggy, that news conference wrapped up just a few moments ago. In fact, the public safety director echoing what Danielle said, that we have not had a heat event like this in several years. The public safety director was here, the fire chief was here, and UPMC officials were also here trying to warn people to let them know to stay safe this weekend in the heat. They said that they're going to be taking several precautions this weekend as well as other people. They're aggressively going to prosecute animals and children that are left in cars in this extreme heat. Be wary of swimming pool accidents. They want people to supervise young children and elderly people at pools. And speaking of elderly, they really wanted to hit home to check on elderly neighbors, any elderly family members that you may have, because young people and older people, they are most susceptible to having some sort of heat-related issue in these high temperatures with this high heat index. This is a little bit of what the public safety director had to say.
We have not had a heat event like this in several years, so we are taking necessary precautions within public safety and within the city of Pittsburgh.
So a UPMC doctor spoke briefly here and said to pay attention to signs of heat building up in you. They said to make sure that you stay hydrated with lots of water. I'm going to be going through all of those interviews, and we'll have a live report for you at 5 o'clock this evening on Channel 11 News. Reporting live from the City County Building, Gabriella DeLuca, Channel 11 News.
Thank you. Well, with the heat watch going into effect tomorrow, the city is going to be opening its cooling centers. They're located at Healthy Active Living Centers. There's one in Greenfield, Homewood, and the West End. They're going to be open from 8 tomorrow morning through 7 at night. And the city is also encouraging people to take advantage of the city pools and spray parks. We are working to learn more about a shooting on the north side. It happened this morning around 10 on Chester Avenue. Part of the street there was blocked off while officers investigated. We'll be working to bring you an update for Channel 11 News at 5. In Fayette County, a man is dead after a car exploded. It happened just before 8 last night on Fayette City Road in Jefferson Township. Look at this picture. You can barely tell that what you're looking at was actually a car. Police say the vehicle ran on natural gas. Not clear yet if that vehicle belonged to the victim.
We only be there to help people and save lives. Now he's gone.
Right now, investigators are trying to solve the murder of Pittsburgh police officer Calvin Hall, a man whose death has sent shockwaves through the communities he was so very active in. Officer Hall died yesterday after being shot in the back while off duty on Sunday. Police say Officer Hall was visiting some friends in Homewood. He was trying to break up a fight when he was shot. His death is now leaving a void. Officer Hall is being remembered for his smile and his commitment to his community. He worked out of the Northview Heights Public Safety Center. He attended a community day event just 2 days before he was shot.
He only be there to help people and save lives. Now he's gone.
And they accepted him. They loved him. Those are the kind of officers that we need to multiply.
Funeral arrangements are still being organized. Officer Hall will receive the full burial honors he deserves. As soon as the details are released, we'll let you know. We have full coverage of Officer Hall, his past, and much more on the investigation over on our website at WPXI.com. Mayor Bill Peduto is planning to run for re-election in 2021. He made that announcement on Twitter saying, quote, "Running for re-election in 2021, bring it." New details now on a scary incident inside a Shadyside gym. Police say a man walked inside, threatened to blow the place up, pulled a knife, lunging at a woman, nearly stabbing her. Channel 11's Lori Hoy joins us live with new information on what police say was the motive behind this attack. Lori.
Yeah, Peggy, we learned more about the suspect, Daniel Abib. Police tell us he worked here at Shadyside, but he was fired and told not to go back in the building. But police say he returned last night and threatened employees. It happened about 9:30 Wednesday night. According to the criminal complaint, former employee Daniel Abib entered Shadyside in his bare feet, smoking a cigarette, and demanded to see the owner, that he owed him money. When the woman at the front desk told Abib the owner wasn't in and to put his cigarette out, she told police he got more irate. She says when she asked him to leave, Abib pulled out a knife, lunged towards her, and threatened to stab her. Other employees jumped in to help. According to court papers, Abib put the knife down. Police arrived and took him into custody. This club member is shocked it happened.
So, I mean, who's to say, you know, that couldn't happen anywhere, but yeah, that's really crazy.
Now, I talked to the co-owner of Shadyside about safety. I'm working on that part of the story for tonight at 5. Live in Shadyside, Lori Hoy, Channel 11 News.
Thanks, Lori. Channel 11 has new information on a family tragedy in Fayette County in which 2 little boys drowned. The brothers, just 1 and 3 years old, drowned last night in a backyard pool on Whiteman Avenue in Uniontown. Medics tried to revive the children, but it was too late. Police say adults were home at the time. Police are looking for clues after an overnight shooting in North Braddock. We saw officers and several shell casings on Electric Avenue. Investigators also found a gun on a sidewalk. One person was taken to the hospital. We're checking with police to find out whether anyone has been arrested. The state's highest court has ruled in favor of a Pittsburgh rule requiring paid sick leave for workers. Channel 11's Mike Holden has more on the impact this will have on workers and on business owners. Mike.
Peggy, good afternoon to you. It is being called a major victory for the people of Pittsburgh. Supporters say clearly this will increase productivity. There will be several positives, but others have a whole lot of questions when it comes to the logistics as well as payment moving forward. The Pennsylvania Supreme Court has made it official. They gave the green light, ruling Pittsburgh can now require private employers to give paid sick time. It has been a long, hard-fought battle for years to get the ball rolling on this legislation. City officials say workers will clearly benefit from an income standpoint, receiving cash for hours missed on the office, restaurant, or other jobs. In addition, experts say this ruling will also boost health and wellness. Supporters believe allowing paid sick time will curb ill workers from spreading sickness like the highly contagious flu. It will also give them time to be with their families, but some are concerned it may hurt small businesses' bottom line.
One of my contractors got me sick 2 weeks ago because didn't wipe stuff down and he was sneezing all over the place, and that is something that you need to consider about the safety of your other employees. So it is good for the employee, though. It gives them rights as long as it's not abused.
All right, so you heard both sides right there. Roughly 50,000 Pittsburghers will benefit from this, but that's not the end of the story. Coming up on Channel 11 News at 5 o'clock tonight, we're taking a closer look at how this will work, the hours, the requirements, and so much more. Look for that starting at 5. Reporting live this afternoon, Mike Holden, Channel 11 News.
Thanks, Mike. City inspectors will decide what is next for a building that partially collapsed in downtown Pittsburgh yesterday. That building on Liberty Avenue was under construction, but no one had been working on it at the time, so no one was hurt.
Evidently, the heavy masonry wall on one side weakened and dropped on the neighboring building.
The Bureau of Building Inspection will now decide whether to demolish that building. Efforts to stop drug dealers appear to be paying off. State police say they have seized $11 million in illegal drugs in just the past 3 months. This includes everything from heroin and meth to fentanyl. Troopers credit routine traffic stops as well as in-depth investigations. They say it goes a long way in preventing overdose deaths across western Pennsylvania. You may have heard Pennsylvania has the highest number of Lyme disease cases in the state. Well, now tick-borne illnesses are on the rise. The new health warning. An app lets you see what you might look like later in life, but you might want to rethink using it. Why it's raising some serious privacy concerns.
And it's warm right now, but it's turning hotter over the next couple of days. And we've got an updated look at those heat index forecasts coming up after this.
You're watching WPXI Now, your source for original local shows. Avoid scams, save money, and find great deals. Top consumer advocate Clark Howard. Weekdays at 8:30 a.m. and 7:30 p.m. on WPXI. On Channel 11 News now brings you the 7-day forecast on your screen all the time. During all of our weather reports, you'll see the forecast for the next 7 days where you live. Watch Severe Weather Team 11's 7-day forecast on Channel 11 News every day. Watch David Johnson and Lisa Sylvester on Channel 11 News 11 at 11.
Well, you may have heard it being talked about over the last few days. The Face app takes your picture and then shows you what you might look like when you're older. Channel 11's David Johnson explains why it's prompting new warnings about privacy.
It's an internet challenge promising a glimpse of your future. Wrinkles, saggy skin, gray hair and all.
There's just wrinkles everywhere.
First shared by people who stumble upon something called FaceApp.
I just feel like it's not what I'm going to look like when I'm older.
Then quickly spreading through social media, transforming the likes of Justin Bieber, Kim Kardashian, not even The Rock, immune to virtual old age. Today, it's the #1 app on iPhones and Androids, more than 100 million downloads. But tonight, there are questions about where these pictures are going and how they're going to be stored. Turns out the developer's based in Russia. In a statement, the company says user data is not transferred to Russia. But in their terms of service, you agree to the transfer and storage of your information in and to the U.S. and other countries.
This is essentially creating a surveillance technology industry that's going to be worth billions of dollars and will always know what you look like.
But experts say while there is concern, other companies are collecting a lot more information than what you might look like down the road.
Sites like Facebook and Google, those services look at all the different parts of your life, where you go, what you look like, what you buy. So is this app any worse than they are?
Meteorologist Stephen Cropper tracking the weather in your neighborhood.
Hi, folks. We just want to apologize for all that static and crackling. We were having a microphone issue, and I think it's taken care of now, so let's continue. A woman is in jail after police say that she attacked a grocery store worker, and she did it over stolen cupcakes. It happened earlier this week at the Shop and Save on North Main Street in Greensburg. Police say Tajai McRoberts had a history of not paying for her orders and had been told to stay out of the store. When she picked up a cake yesterday, police say a worker blocked her from leaving, and that's when they say she punched that worker in the face. A young boy tossed into the ocean, and when his dad was arrested, he said he was, quote, going to jail for being awesome. The father says he was teaching his 5-year-old how to swim. Witnesses in Daytona Beach, though, say he did a backflip off a city pier as the boy struggled in the water. It was nighttime, so lifeguards are off duty. The boy survived and is now in the care of his mother. Pennsylvania has the highest number of Lyme disease cases in the state, but ticks can carry more than just Lyme disease. And there's a new health warning. Tick-borne illnesses are on the rise, according to the CDC, with record numbers reported in recent years. Sarah Dalif has more.
The great outdoors this summer bringing with it greater chances for contracting tick-borne illnesses.
You want to avoid ticks at all costs.
Dr. Bobby Pritt with the Mayo Clinic says Lyme disease is the most well known, but different varieties of ticks transmit a variety of diseases. Symptoms can include aches, pains, and fevers, fatigue, and muscle weakness. The Lone Star tick's bite can even cause an allergic reaction to meat.
Like an anaphylactic response, such as people have when they're allergic to bee stings, where your throat closes down, you have difficulty breathing, your lips and tongue swell.
CDC maps show tick regions. Experts say take a look before you travel. And before you head outside, take precautions.
If you're going to go walking on a nice wooded trail, stay in the middle of the trail. Avoid the tall grasses on either side.
Wear long sleeves and pants. Use tick repellent. And check yourself for ticks regularly. If you spot one, remove it.
Use fine-tipped forceps and just get as closely down to the skin as possible with the tweezers or forceps and just pull the tick off smoothly.
Preparation and a quick response. Simple ways to enjoy outdoor activities tick-free this summer. Sarah Dolph, NBC News.
Your severe weather Team 11 forecast.
Good afternoon. We are talking heat over the next couple of days. Right now, we take a look at our 90-degree days. We've only had one so far this year. The average is 9 for the entire year. We've only hit 90 so far this year. That's been the warmest. But we do look to tack on a couple of more days as we take a look at the 5-day forecast in just a few minutes. A live look over downtown. It almost looks hazy. We've seen that humidity climb and climb over the last couple of days, so that's what you're looking at. We had some fog and it was pretty thick in spots this morning, and we're starting to see those breaks in the clouds. Temperatures are in the upper 70s right now. It's 79 in Greensburg, 77 in Pittsburgh, 80s down in Morgantown, and 80s where you're seeing that darker red shaded color through Greene County as well. Here's a look at our dew point. It's now up to 72 degrees, and again, this is to measure the amount of moisture in the atmosphere. We are now to the oppressive tropical feeling air mass, and when you step outside, it's really going to be feeling thick. That air is going to be thick today and thick throughout the weekend as well. Take a look at our biking forecast. This is one where you really just have to use a little extra caution, because if you are doing any strenuous activity or exercising this afternoon or even Friday and Saturday, just pay attention to the warning signs. I'll show you those as well in just a few minutes. Temperatures are going to be going up into the upper 80s this afternoon once we get that sunshine, 87 degrees, and still holding on to 84 at 8 o'clock this evening. Warm and humid overnight tonight with 72 degrees and a light wind. There is going to be a stray shower or an isolated thunderstorm chance for some of us overnight tonight. I'll walk you through our storm tracker maps in the next half hour. We do have an excessive heat watch that is in effect Friday and Saturday for all of the area. Again, it's been years since we have seen one of these issued. That means this heat is dangerous. High temperatures tomorrow climbing to 93 degrees in Pittsburgh, 93 Washington, 93 Beaver. Forecast heat index for Friday ranging from 100 to 105 degrees. That's why we have an excessive heat watch. You can see Pittsburgh around 5 o'clock hour tomorrow. It's going to feel like 104. So avoid that overexertion. Drink plenty of fluids. Of course, wear that light colored clothing. You want to check on your elderly and the pets as well. You don't want to leave them outside. Just a quick reminder, the heat exhaustion symptoms, faint, dizzy, excessive sweating, palm, clammy skin, of course, nausea, and then if you have a rapid pulse as well. You never want to get to that next step, which is heat stroke. It's definitely not pleasant. I've been there. 5-day forecast with your weekend always in view, and you'll see the temperatures climbing even further as we head into Saturday, 94, and really just the humidity keeps the overnight lows up into the mid-70s over the next couple of nights. You'll see by the end of the weekend and next week, scattered showers and storms for Sunday, 89, 80 Monday, as we cool things off a little bit. The pick day this weekend is Saturday, but again, keep in mind those heat index values will be ranging once again from 100 to 105 degrees. Peggy?
Boy, that is hot. All right, thank you, Danielle. Police in West Virginia say they are seeing a very dangerous trend. Drug addicts are now using wasp spray as an alternative form of meth, and the practice may already have contributed to several overdoses. Reporter Kalia Gunderson has the disturbing details.
It's a common household item.
I think I have some of this under my kitchen sink.
And Diana Ferguson uses it the right way, to kill wasps and other flying insects. But
we're seeing this here on the streets in Boone County.
State police now have reason to believe it played a role in 3 overdoses last week.
People were making a synthetic type methamphetamine out of wasp spray.
Drugs are, in my opinion, they're so bad around here. It's so available to people, and in all the time trying things new that we wouldn't even think about.
On Friday, stores in Boone County reported selling nearly 30 cans of the spray. Sergeant Sutphin says the physical effects are erratic behavior and extreme swelling and redness of the hands and feet.
From what we're being told, that if you use it, you might use it once or twice and be fine. Then the third time, when your body hits that allergic reaction, it can kill you.
The challenge is how to treat these symptoms and prevent the use of this legal, cheap product for harm.
You don't know what the overall results of their usage of this is going to be.
We have great grandbabies, and to think what they're going to grow up in, what's going to be available to them, and what people are going to try to get them to try. It's really scary.
Law enforcement officials are now working with medical and poison control authorities to determine an appropriate treatment for people who experience health problems after using wasp spray as a drug. Nearly $100,000 in court fees gone. What local county leaders are saying about the missing money.
If you want to be prepared for all the things you need to do, wake up with Channel 11 Morning News. You'll get dependable, live coverage of breaking news from a team you can trust to get the facts and the story right. We'll connect you to the important news happening where you live. And with weather updated every 10 minutes, you'll know exactly how storms will impact your commute. Be ready for whatever your day might bring. Channel 11 Morning News is coming.
11 News at 5, covering more news happening in Beaver County. How about this? Temperatures will near 90 degrees today. We could really use some rain to cool us off. Meteorologist Danielle Dozier tracking a few chances of rain over the next few days. I know we've complained about rain in the past, but right now
we kind of need it. I mean, when you start getting into the situation where you have days in the 90s, you just really hope for something, right, to cool you off. So let's take a look at what we have incoming. So this afternoon, I think anything that does develop would be very spotty and would be confined to the ridges. So we're not looking at a whole lot of rain today. We are going to be tracking as we go forward into the overnight. There's going to be a complex of storms and showers, really kind of a big batch. You can see right there at the top of the screen, a little yellow and green along Lake Erie, northeast Ohio, northern Pennsylvania. That's going to be dropping down toward the southeast as we head during those overnight hours and early Friday morning. There is a chance that some of these make their way into our northern counties, maybe as far south as Pittsburgh, but not expecting a whole lot out of this here in the Pittsburgh area. Still the chance, but when we get into the afternoon on Friday with the heating of the day, those temperatures soaring into the 90s, you got all that moisture in the atmosphere. It will lead to a chance for a few late afternoon or evening showers and thunderstorms, and some of those could be on the stronger side with some really high wind gusts. So that's something we'll be watching out for, of course, but really any rain at that point Friday afternoon will be a welcome sign. Now, as we take a look at our weekend forecast, I'm going to let you know when more widespread rain moves in, and we'll have a closer look at that coming up in just a few minutes. Peggy?
All right, thanks, Danielle. And cooling centers in Beaver County will be up and running starting at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. The county opening the 5 centers you see on this map. They're in Beaver Falls, New Brighton, Rochester, Aliquippa, and Beaver. A huge problem in Washington County. Nearly $100,000 in court fees missing. Channel 11's Kara Sapida covers Washington County every day. She spoke to county commissioners about the missing money.
It's a very sad day for Washington County because the public trust has been violated.
The Washington County Clerk of Court's office is the center of a criminal investigation after $96,000 came up missing in the yearly audit. The alarming report caused county commissioners to get police involved.
We're upset, we're disappointed, disillusioned. We work together. We work hard to bring trust to county government.
Take a look at this lengthy list. The Clerk of Court's office is responsible for collecting all fees, fines, and costs for criminal cases, plus everything from restitution to booking center fees and adult probation electronic home monitoring. The audit showed the office took in more than $4.2 million in 2018 and showed that $96,000 of that was accepted but never deposited.
There were 27 deposits that were not received.
The Clerk of Courts is an elected office held by Frank Scandale. Scandale was not in the office today, but did respond to Channel 11's request for a comment, saying, quote, "I try to run the office like an efficient business, and sometimes best practices must be revised and revisited. However, I categorically deny that any wrongdoing was committed in this matter. I welcome any investigation that may take place, and I intend to fully cooperate."
When Kara asked who in that office deposits the money, the commissioners said they simply don't know. The Pittsburgh Cultural Trust is concerned over what it calls a declining level of public safety. The CEO sent a letter to Mayor Bill Peduto, and it said recent problems threaten to undo the reputation and achievements created over the past 35 years. The letter points to a shooting after the 4th of July fireworks show in which 2 people were hurt. Mayor Peduto said city homicides actually have been down every year since 2014, and the latest numbers show a 3% drop in violent and property crimes this year. State police in Washington County are looking into a deadly ATV crash in Marianna. They say Tyler Markoff pulled in front of a car at an intersection of Main Street and Rosewood Avenue yesterday, and the driver of the car just could not hit the brakes fast enough. The victim died a short time later at the hospital. All-terrain vehicles really can be dangerous. That's a warning from police this afternoon, and it comes after 2 people died after riding an ATV over a cliff. That happened in Mansfield, Ohio. Police say they were riding through high grass and likely did not see the drop-off.
When you see the 4 congresswomen, oh, isn't that lovely?
President Donald Trump taking aim at 4 minority congresswomen. Supporters backed the president at a rally in North Carolina last night. NBC's Tracy Potts has their message from the rally and what's ahead for Congress.
Trump supporters at last night's North Carolina rally chanting, "Send her back," as the president took aim at 4 congresswomen of color.
Omar minimized the September 11th attacks on our homeland. Tlaib also used the F word to describe the presidency. She described contemporary America, that's you, that's me, that's all of us, as garbage. She thinks that people with the same skin color all need to think the same. They don't love our country. I think in some cases they hate our country.
The House of Representatives called his "go back to your country" comment racist, but rejected a bid to impeach the president.
We have 6 committees that are working on following the fact.
Texas Congressman Al Green argued President Trump should be impeached because his words could incite violence.
We risk having the blood of somebody on our hands, and it could be a member of Congress.
Some of us are getting death threats. Even some Trump allies think he crossed the line.
I wouldn't have told any American citizen to go back home because this is home.
In a new USA Today Ipsos poll, more than 2/3 considered the president's "go home" tweets offensive. Tracy Potts, NBC News, Washington.
Mayor Bill Peduto spoke to Congress yesterday about the impact of climate change. He was one of 5 mayors from around the country who spoke on Capitol Hill. The testimony comes after recent flooding, landslides, and sinkholes in our area. Today's meeting happened without the support of the Republican majority.
It involves everything that you look at in how to make it more sustainable. And then you look at the areas that have the history of making things. Ohio, Michigan, West Virginia, Pennsylvania, and see how that opportunity can become reality.
Mayor Peduto has pledged to reduce Pittsburgh's carbon footprint by 2030. More than 10% of patients at Children's Hospital are there right now because of asthma. It's a number that has the attention of the county health department. They just gave Pitt $300,000 to study the problem. A similar study began after the Clairton Coke Works plant fire in December. That one, though, only focused on adults. A UPMC doctor told our partners at the Trib asthma should never have to be treated in an emergency room, much less have a child end up in the hospital. Well, we all know there are dangers in the water. There are sharks, jellyfish, rip currents, but now a simple dip in the ocean could expose you to a rare but potentially deadly flesh-eating bacteria, something so small you cannot see it without a microscope. NBC's Carrie Sanders has a closer look at how you can get it and, more importantly, how you can avoid it.
56-year-old Gary Evans is the most recent victim of the flesh-eating bacteria. His family says doctors believe the father of 6 died after he was exposed to the waterborne bacteria while crabbing at Magnolia Beach in Texas. According to the CDC, the bacteria causes 80,000 illnesses and 100 deaths in the U.S. every year. Now hospital labs are on high alert, checking on patient samples.
Before going into the infectious disease lab here at Baptist Hospital, Miami, they asked us to put on protective gear, gloves included, and that includes the camera crew. This is what leads to the flesh-eating bacteria.
Yes, this is the actual bacteria.
I'm safe here?
We are perfectly safe.
This is where all specimens...
Dr. Stacy Baker says symptoms of exposure usually include at least one black spot on the skin. It usually happens near a cut or a scrape that was there before contact with the bacteria in that salt water.
Why do we see more of this bacteria in the Gulf of Mexico now?
It is probably related to the higher temperatures of the water.
And so as those waters go up, this bacteria likes that?
Exactly.
While the most recent cases have been in the Gulf of Mexico, this problem is not confined to that body of water. Health officials note that there have recently been an increased number of patients with the flesh-eating bacteria, also in Delaware Bay. Kerry Sanders, NBC News.
Notre Dame Cathedral in Paris went up in flames 3 months ago. Now we are getting a new first-hand look at the damage, why some parts of the cathedral will take years to fix. First, the reason PennDOT has put a stop to repairs on a giant sinkhole. 11 News at 5, covering more news happening in Butler County. PennDOT is putting a stop to work on this massive sinkhole in Greensburg. It says that it needs to first make emergency repairs to 2 underground stormwater pipes. One of those pipes runs under Route 30 and the Greensburg Commerce Park. Chopper 11 was over the site this week. Look at the size of that hole. It is 50 feet wide. It's 40 feet deep. A barrier went up Tuesday, separating traffic from the work. We're getting a better look inside Notre Dame Cathedral in Paris 3 months after a fire tore through the landmark. Flames left a gaping hole in the roof of the 12th century building. Wood supports are now in place to hold up the flying buttresses, great arms of stone that will hold the walls in place. But it is still too dangerous to walk or work in some areas, so crews are using robotic machines to clean debris.
We had planned with this trip before it burnt, and it was disappointing, but we still wanted to come see it.
Tourists can only view the cathedral now from the outside. France's president promises to finish rebuilding before the country hosts the 2024 Olympics. A new study shows sale prices are not what you think. 11 investigates how to steer clear of dummy deals.
And I'm going to talk about what's causing this extreme heat as we head into the weekend and when we'll see some widespread rain to help cool us off.
You're streaming WPXI now, your source for original local shows. All the best things happening in Pittsburgh in one place. Watch 11 Things to Do, Thursday and Friday mornings at 9:15 on WPXI Now and on demand.
NBC Nightly News with Lester Holt.
We're a team you can count on to cover stories that impact your life.
Whether it's across the street or around the world.
Channel 11 News at 6.
And NBC Nightly News at 6:30.
The 7-day forecast, now on your screen all the time on Channel 11 News.
Everybody loves a sale. Problem is, retailers know that, and a deal may not always be what it seems. That's why Channel 11 morning news anchor Catherine Amenta looked at a new study, then hit the stores to show you how to protect yourself from dummy deals.
Unfortunately, I don't pay attention to prices when I shop.
Karen Conklin hates to admit it, but she doesn't always look at sale prices at her favorite stores. She says it's largely because she doesn't believe them anymore. And it turns out she may be right. Checkbook magazine tracked big-ticket items at 19 major retailers for 10 months. They say they uncovered disturbing pricing policies at 17 of those stores, with one of the worst offenders being Macy's.
And here's just one example. At Macy's, they tracked 20 items, and 7 of them were marked on sale every time they checked over the course of 44 weeks. So, is it a sale, or is it just Macy's regular price dressed up a little?
There are no real standards about some of the wording, about some of the claims that they make.
Mary Bach is a local consumer advocate who has successfully sued retailers 10 times over price discrepancies. She says it's up to you to do your homework and comparison shop.
That means you first have to understand the price tags. These pants, for example. Now, the manufacturer's suggested price is $44.99, but Mary says that doesn't mean it has to be the store's original price.
So, she says, if a department store puts up an enticing 20% off sign over that suggested price all the time, it looks like a sale. But maybe that's just that store's regular price. I reached out to Macy's for a response to their critics, and they told me, quote, our pricing cadence varies for each item based on the nature and seasonality of the merchandise, its family of business and customer response, among other things.
And here's one more lesson. Now, Marshall's wasn't involved in this study, but it's still a great example. You have one shirt, but 3 different prices. 1, 2, 3, with this compared at in the middle.
You just look at those tags and you think, compare to what?
Mary says that number is what might be a generic competitor's price. Again, you got to do your homework. But Mary also admits comparison shopping isn't always convenient, so she says sometimes you also just have to trust your gut.
I think we all have to know our own price points, what we are willing to pay for something, and if you think it's a really good deal, go for it.
In Pittsburgh, Catherine Amenta, Channel 11 News.
Your severe weather Team 11 forecast.
Hope you're having a great Thursday and cooling off the best way you can. Temperatures are already starting to go up into the 80s. We've got the dark red color in Greene County, Morgantown. That's where we have the low 80s. Already 80 in Pittsburgh, 79 in Greensburg. They're going to be pushing the upper 80s to near 90 this afternoon. We had a lot of fog and cloud cover out there this morning, but as that breaks away throughout the day, we will continue to see those temperatures soar. Dew points measure the amount of moisture in the atmosphere, all in the lower 70s for the most part, with the exception of Morgantown. This means we have a lot of moisture in the air, and it just feels incredibly humid. It's that tropical air you can wear that is out there this afternoon, and it's going to continue through Friday and even Saturday. And when you factor in all of the moisture, the humidity is higher, and that means that when you factor in humidity to the air temperature, it's going to feel like the lower 80s right now, but near 90 this afternoon as the temperatures go up and the moisture stays out there. So about 84 heat index right now in Pittsburgh, 82 the feels like in Butler. Dangerous heat will continue across western Pennsylvania, but really across much of the nation as we head into the weekend. Look at those bright reds and those purple colors. The reason the heat is building is because the jet stream, these white arrows, is so far to the north, and that allows this high pressure to settle overhead, which keeps us fairly quiet, but also allows the heat to surge up to the north when we draw in a wind out of the south and southwest, which is what we are going to be tracking here as we head into the weekend. Low temperatures tonight, low 70s across the board at 72 in Pittsburgh. An excessive heat watch is in effect for Friday and Saturday, and these are issued when we are expecting to see that heat index value nearing about 105 degrees. And so the range for the day tomorrow will be about 100 to 105 as the air temperature goes up into the low 90s. So about 93 the afternoon high. You're going to want to take all those heat precautions if you're spending any time outside throughout Friday and throughout Saturday. Also looking at a chance for an isolated shower or thunderstorm. That's going to be mainly in the late afternoon and evening hours tomorrow. Aside from that, temperatures are going to go up into the 90s, and when you factor in that humidity, that's the feels like by 4 o'clock. But I think even further as we head into 5 and 6 o'clock. Check it out. 103 in Pittsburgh, the feels like. Beaver, 103 during the 6 o'clock hour tomorrow. Saturday, a lot of the same. We're having temperatures go up to about 94 for the high. So when you factor in the humidity, it's going to feel like 100 to 105. I think this model is underplaying it a little bit here in Pittsburgh. I think we'll see that surge into the lower 100s as well. We do have signs, though, if we can get through the heat this weekend, that the weather pattern will break as we head into next week, because the jet stream is going to start digging really far to the south. And as that happens, we're going to usher in some cooler air to our area and some drier air as well. So we're talking at times as we head into next week, the overnight lows dipping down into the upper 50s to near 60 degrees. But we got to get through the heat first. 87 today, 93 Friday. Could see an isolated shower, rumble of thunder overnight tonight into early Friday. Then again Friday afternoon and Friday evening. Just stay weather aware. Saturday, fairly quiet, and then Sunday's our next best chance for widespread showers and thunderstorms as a low pressure moves in, and then the temperatures will cool down a bit into next Monday. Peggy?
Well, the summer heat is definitely oppressive, and doctors say if you are not careful, you could end up very sick from it. Jennifer Joas has some tips on what you can do to beat the heat.
Exercise is important to Doug Pinsky.
You got to exercise so you can keep eating.
And he knows on days like today, with the high heat and humidity, it's all about when you hit the trails.
Early is better. Even earlier than now is good, because then it gets hot and the humidity is starting to build already.
Dr. Kenneth Robinson couldn't agree more. He says it's crucial you do outdoor activities in the early morning or late evening when it's this hot outside. If not, dehydration can lead to heat exhaustion, then to a medical emergency like heat stroke.
Heat exhaustion goes on for more lightheadedness, worse exhaustion, maybe nausea, vomiting, a headache, and then heat stroke can be life-threatening. It's a body temperature over 103 degrees. It's really a very critical illness.
Dr. Robinson says the heat can be especially tough on elderly people. That's why Lev Schatz took his almost 90-year-old friend walking early.
Oxygen is not enough for us, and for breathing it's a little bit harder for people who has problem with heart, with lungs.
So if you are going to be out in the heat, try to limit your time outside. Drink plenty of water, of course. Wear a hat and continuously reapply that sunscreen. A little kid with a big marketing campaign. He put up a sign saying he was selling ice-cold beer. The reason police say nothing illegal is going on here.
Also 11 News at 6.
Followed by NBC Nightly News at 6:30.
When a player or a coach is ejected from a baseball game, it's anything but cute. But a recent ejection could be called downright adorable. Look at that. This is Coach Drake. He's 6 years old. And you can tell he is not pleased with the umpire on this particular night. After being tossed from the game, the little guy tossed some things of his own, some bats on the field, tossing a bucket of balls, finally spiking his hat down on home plate. I love it. Well, this isn't your ordinary lemonade stand. Check this out. A boy in Utah thought he could make some more money by putting up this ice-cold beer sign. Seth was selling just root beer, but he wrote the word root really small.
I thought of the hilarious joke. And the people who called the cops don't have a sense of humor, though. They did not read the fine print.
Yeah, somebody called the cops on him. However, the officers didn't mind. They told the kid, good job, and even took pictures with him. That's all for Channel 11 News at noon. Our next newscast comes up tonight at 5 o'clock. Have a great day, everyone.
Watch The Wendy Williams Show every weekday at 11, right here on Channel 11.
Join the Leukemia Lymphoma Society for Light the Night. This special event brings together family, friends, and co-workers to celebrate, honor, and remember those touched by cancer. Participants help fund life-saving cancer research and treatments, giving survivors hope.
Survivors like Nora